Thanks everybody. Thank you so much for staying here. I know this is long and there's a lot that needs to be said. We try to keep things under control, but our Brazilian genes keep speaking louder than the American part of us. So we're celebrating 10 years old. I put a lot of thoughts into what that meant to me and what that means to all of us, which led me to think about the meaning of accomplishments and why there's a reason for us to celebrate in the first place. I believe that 10 years old for a martial arts school is an amazing accomplishment. To have over 30 black belts that have been developed on these mats, it is an amazing accomplishment. The hundreds of families that have been through those mats and have been positively impacted by our work is an amazing accomplishment. 400 students, it is an amazing accomplishment. To become one of the top 5 Gracie Barra schools in the world and to serve as a model that everybody wants to be like is an amazing accomplishment. But those things mean nothing if they're not paired up with their equivalent struggles. And I think the best way for you guys to understand that is the person that goes to a Jiu-Jitsu tournament and then there's no fights on his bracket because there's nobody there. And then you're given a medal. How much is that medal worth? 0. Because it's not the accomplishment that means anything. It is the equivalent struggle that you have been able to overcome that means everything. And the story of Gracie Barra St. Clemente, when you look from the outside in, is the story of unbelievable accomplishments. It's broken records in so many different ways. But then if you dig through the surface and you try to see what's underneath it, what you will find is an unbelievable amount of struggles that have been overcome. And you're all struggling with something. I am. You are. It's part of human existence. And our culture is constantly teaching us that we should avoid struggles, that we should avoid discomfort, that we should try to be successful. So one day you put yourself in a position that then what happens when you are successful? There's no more struggle. That's what our culture is teaching our kids. That's what our culture is teaching us every single day. But there's something inside of us that doesn't accept that. There's something inside of us that keeps pulling us to struggles. Because we know that in the greatest sacrifices there are the greatest joys. And that the rewards that you get for being successful as an athlete, as a business owner, you know, the accolades, they feel good, but they are not the source of happiness. Not money, not medals, not cars, not big houses. The biggest source of happiness and joy and fulfillment in life come from 2 things. And they both come from the struggles that we're willing to face head on. Number 1 is the overcome of that struggle. And number 2 is the relationships you build by trying to overcome that struggle. So the story of St. Clemente is a story of incredible struggles. And I was thinking to myself, what are the 5 biggest struggles that we've been through? So I could share that with you guys. But before I get there, let me talk about what this meaning of struggle. What is a struggle? A struggle is nothing but a call for personal sacrifice so you can become the person you should be. So whatever struggle you're dealing with right now, maybe you're trying to fix a relationship, maybe you're trying to get a black belt, maybe you want to be the next world champion, maybe you want to have more students, maybe you're trying to save your business from bankruptcy. Life has put that thing right in front of you to invite you to grow from the person you are and be willing to make sacrifices, to sacrifice who you are for the person you want to be. So we should deny what the culture teaches us to avoid struggles, and we should embrace it. Because we know that at the end of the line, when you find the light on that tunnel, there's going to be a much better version of yourself on the other side. So the story of San Clemente is a story of struggles. It starts with us making a big mistake of opening the school where we opened. We had no idea. We were so ignorant that we didn't know we were struggling, which is kind of a blessing. Right? They say something like that in Brazil: your heart don't feel what your eyes don't see. We didn't know. It was the only place we could find, so there we go. It was a big struggle. Like we could roll the mats down. There's videos of it, but what there's no videos. Rolling the mats down is an accomplishment, right? The struggles are not on social media. They're not captured in video. They're felt. And then I look at Felipe and so, man, so now what? We have a nice school, a nice view, but we have no students. We have rent to pay, gotta pay your salary. Like, what do we do now? Yeah, I was always good writing, so I write a few things, put some images on it. We go around and we recruit Matt Blazo because he was our neighbor, right? And we go around, we're passing out flyers. Angie, we're walking here in downtown San Clemente, passing out flyers, hanging posters everywhere. That was hard, guys. And that we were able to build the school to 200 members right on the first year. You know, and because we faced the struggle head on, we grew from it. And we saw the light at the end of the tunnel. We were better. The second main struggle came, I believe, I don't know if you agree, but when I stepped out of the school, or I stepped up, you know, Master Carlos invited me to be the main person in the Gracie Barra Association, and I couldn't do both. Felipe was a purple belt, if I remember correctly, back then, and I really didn't know what to do, you know. I had to do it. It was a duty. It was also a great opportunity, but I had to make one sacrifice, which was going to be in Gracie Barra. And the school struggled bad. Like, you get the main guy, imagine if Felipe backs away from the school, what's going to happen? That's what happened back then. A lot of you guys stuck around, but from that struggle, Felipe came out of it. And a lot of the senior professors, the professors that are teaching here, they came out of it. They stepped up, and we improved from it. And then came the third struggle, when we had this brilliant idea of getting the school out of that horrible location that we were in. We had this brilliant idea of bringing it right close to Starbucks. We thought it was going to be the best thing in the world. The rent was 4 times more. We were like, no problem, Filipão. We're going to have like 100 more students in 2 weeks. Didn't happen. What happened is $9,000 a month rent that we had to deal with every single month. That's what happened. But we figured it out. We figured it out. We kept pushing forward. And then the fourth struggle that I was thinking about, Filipão, is when you were desperate, that because we were about to lose some of the kids that started with us. You were like freaking out. You're like, we can't lose Joey. We can't lose Matthew. We can't, man. We gotta do something about it. And I was not at the school. I was like, man, I don't know. What do we do? Like, we're doing everything that the kids program tells us to do. And from that struggle was born one of the most incredible manifestations of the Gracie Barra vision I've ever seen in my life, which is the Gracie Barra San Clemente Kids competition team. So those 4 struggles, Filipão, for me summarize the story of Gracie Barra San Clemente. I would like to share that with you guys because you guys look from the outside. There's a nice cake made by Magda. There's this beautiful school. But I would like to remind you that behind or underneath every great accomplishment, there is an insane amount of sacrifices that is being done so we can seize the opportunity of personal growth that each struggle presents to us. But I don't want to leave you guys lost because you might be thinking, man, I hate struggles. So what do I do now? Okay, Flav, I get it. I got to face struggles head on. Whatever it is that I'm struggling with, let's go. I'm going to do it. I'm ready. Gracie, Barra, let's go. Stop. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So I want to give you a map. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, on and off the mat, I want to give you a map. And I want to give you a model that you all love. He's taught me much more than I taught him. And I stopped last night. I was in bed. Yeah. And I wanted to dissect this guy. What makes of him so special? Why was him able to turn this school around in ways that I could not have done it? Why is him so much better than me? He's the only person that is better than me that I don't want to choke out. Anybody that is better than me, like my little brother, you know, I always want to choke him out because I know he's better than me. It's just a matter of time. And it makes me angry. But with Felipe, it's different. He's better than me, but I just want to see him flying with his life. I think it starts with purpose. So that's topic number, it's five qualities, okay? Number one, purpose. Purpose is not motivation. Motivation is outside, purpose is inside. He has this huge ambition. He wants to contribute. He wants to make a difference. He wants to leave a legacy. He wants to serve. He wants to help you. That's purpose. He didn't come to this world just to have fun. He come to this world to make a difference. So if you want to deal well with struggle, whatever struggle you're dealing with, have a purpose. Dig in, you're gonna find it. And I can give you a hint. Purpose is very little related to you, and it's highly related with your ability to make a difference in people's lives. Dig in, find yours if you haven't yet. If you have purpose, what's going to follow from that is passion. You see a person that is lazy, doesn't exist. I don't think anybody's lazy. I don't think laziness exists, actually. What exists is lack of purpose. Just like there is no such a thing as dark, there is lack of light. Just like there is no such a thing as cold, there is lack of heat. There is no such a thing as being lazy. There is such a thing as having no purpose. So what follows from when you have a big purpose is passion. You're going to wake up early, you're going to work 16, 18 hours a day, you're going to go to bed, and you're going to have a smile on your face as you do it. What's driving this guy? Besides the Red Bulls and coffees and all those things. He keeps switching back and forth. Purpose. You know, and from passion follows, that's another thing that you're going to have to do if you want to overcome your struggles. Hard work. This guy works harder than anybody that I know. Works more harder than me, and I'm a hard worker. He's non-stop. Actually, right now I have a hard time spending too much time around him because I start to feel lazy myself. So it's like at a whole new level of intensity, right? And I drink a lot of coffee and some energy drinks every once in a while. But I can't keep up anymore. And my friends, from hard work follows and purpose and passion follows the idea of service. You won't be able to do any one of those things that he did, or you won't be able to overcome your struggles if you're doing it for yourself. We talked about toughness here today. Let me give you a hint about how you can be tough. And you've all seen it. If you're a parent, you felt it. Let me give you a hint on how to develop mental toughness. Find a reason to fight that is bigger than yourself, because quitting is a selfish act. Every time you quit because you think about you. If you find a reason to fight that is bigger than yourself, you keep moving forward, even when you cannot move forward anymore. And that's what Felipe has found. He's found a reason to fight forward that's much bigger than him. So if you want to overcome your struggle, find something you serve. Find somebody you want to benefit. Find a cause that you're willing to fight for. And last but not least, that's my fifth quality. It sits on a bed of loyalty. You gotta be loyal to yourself. You gotta be loyal to what you believe in. You gotta be loyal to those people that you love and care. You gotta be loyal to the people you wanna make a difference on. And most important, you gotta be loyal to those people that have allowed you to become who you are. So that's my motto, my friends, for great leadership, great achievement, but perhaps much more important than that, for a life well lived. Professor Felipe, thank you so much, man.
Parabéns.